Hello buddy, I am Oscar from heelpictures, and this is going to be the very first video game review on the heelpictures channel. I mean, me and James did talk about The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1 and 2 in a live discussion video, so I get that's not really a review, we just gave our thoughts on it. But this is going to be the very first video game review, and this one is The Wolf Among Us. Now, The Wolf Among Us is the game that came after The Walking Dead Season 1 for Telltale. That's right, this is a Telltale game, so it's a point-and-click game, and it's based off the comic book series called Fables, written by Bill Willingham. And how I would essentially describe this game is if Who Framed Roger Rabbit was R-rated, and if you took out the cartoons and you threw in fairy tales. And the plot is that you play as Big B Wolf, the big bad wolf, in Fable Town, and you are a detective, and there's an ongoing series of murders. And along the way you meet up with a load of different fairy tales, such as Snow White, Ichabod Crane, and a load of different other people that I just won't ruin for you, because it's fun to see, like, oh yeah, that's it, yeah. Beauty and the Beast, they're in it. Yeah, they're cool. I personally really did like the game. Is it a really emotional experience like The Walking Dead? No, it's not that. The Walking Dead is made to make you feel emotional and all that. Don't go into The Wolf Among Us thinking, I'm going to be so emotionally attached that I'm going to cry. You might get upset and you might be like, oh no, but you won't be bawling in tears. At least that's not me, at least. I was just very thrilled, and there were twists and turns in this game. I mean, each end to an episode in this game always left me going like, why did it end there? No! Again, the art style in this game is cel-shaded, just like the Walking Dead game. And this, the way that they lit this game as well, the way that they use like a lot of techno type of colours. The lighting is very similar to Only God Forgives. This looks, just look-wise, it looks very much so like Only God Forgives, which I thought was just so appealing and just so beautiful, Only God Forgives. And The Wolf Among Us, just with the cel-shaded art style, it's just wow. It's just great to look at. Again, the whole gameplay behind this game is quick time events essentially, but also the whole play style of the game is that you just choose dialogue. Like, you choose what to say, kind of like a Quantic Dream game. But the only problem I really have with this game is it kind of works my way into like another problem I have with the Walking Dead game as well, which is getting enough the only problem I have with the Walking Dead game, is that the choices, you sometimes feel like sometimes you make decently big decisions. That sometimes works, but it doesn't affect the story in a big way, because I talked to a friend after this, after she played the game, and I did talk, and we were texting, and I did say to her that I chose this way, and she said, oh, how did they react that way? And I said, oh, I just said this thing in the car. And says, oh, interesting. And I said, did you do this? I went, yeah, I did do this. But then it led on to, but it didn't affect the story in any other way. But Telltale do a good job of making you feel like you are doing a big decision. That when you do that decision, you're like, oh no, what if I picked the other way? It could have went so much better. Oh. Voice acting in this game is tremendous, I thought. I don't think there was a weak voice acting throughout this entire game. I just don't think. I mean, the guy who plays Big B Wolf played Andy St. John in The Walking Dead. He was great. The one problem I have, again, this is just me, is that they do have a lot of the Walking Dead cast back to do the voice acting, and once you get in your mind that they voiced a certain character in the Walking Dead game, you just can't see that character in any other way. I mean, Bluebeard is voiced by Dave Fennoy, who voiced Lee Everett in the Walking Dead game, and as soon as I knew that, I literally just could not stop Hearing Lee. Beast is played by the guy who's voiced Kenny, and TJ is voiced by the actress who voiced Clementine, which is just so distracting because all you're hearing is just Clementine. Another huge positive about this game is the soundtrack is just... I love the soundtrack. The intro, every time the intro hits, I'm just like... As soon as they do like the beginning, and then the game starts as soon as the... That was a terrible recreation of the Wolf Among Us theme. It's a fantastic theme. I listen to it nearly enough every day. But there's this one fight scene in the last episode. You guys know what I'm on about if you've played the game. It's, oh my god, it's just so... It's an amazing fight scene. The one little last gripe I have with the Wolf Among Us game, again, it may sound like I'm hating on it, but, you know, I really do like the game, but a little gripe I had is kind of the ending, and I can kind of see where some people might think about that, because the ending might sort of just end in a way, just like, just, that's it. Some people may think it's like, oh, that's leading up to a cool second season, which it might very well do, because the Fables comics is apparently just so big, and you could just explore so much with that. Yeah, again, you may seem like it may do a second season, but I can see if it would just end there, it would be fine, because of the fact that a lot of film noirs just end. The Third Man just ends. Brick just ends. That's just what a noir is like, and this kind of does that. And if it does, if this is the only game, I would certainly be playing through it again, because I'm interested in just picking up like all the little details and everything. That's the thing with a detective game. You need to pick up like a lot of stuff, and you don't pick up everything through your first playthrough, I don't think. I played it through once, and I'm still thinking to myself, I need to go through again and gather more information for myself. If this is the only season, I'm actually fine with it. But if there's a season 2, bring it on, guys. I will buy the season pass. So my overall thoughts on The Wolf Among Us is it's a great game. I know a lot of my viewers are probably more movie fans than video game fans, considering that's what we do talk about more. However, this is a game that you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to play. This is very much so a game that if you're a movie fan, you should definitely play. It's very much so an interactive story. And it's on all consoles, so you don't need, unlike Quantic Dream where you need to get a PS3 to play a game, you can play this on any console. You can play it on PC, Xbox 360, PS3, iOS. I really dug it. It's, yeah, I would say check it out. At least watch like, no, at least listen to the soundtrack. There you go. Listen to the soundtrack. And if that doesn't get you hooked, then just look up the premise. And if that doesn't get you hooked, then I don't know what will, honestly. Now, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of spoilers just about the game. Just express my really, like, how much I really like the game. So if you haven't played The Wolf Among Us, get out. There's a little spoiler thing right there. Yeah, the fight scene I was on about that was just so, like, fanboy for me. Was the fight scene between Bigby Wolf and Bloody Mary. Wow, this might be my favourite moment in the game, actually. And there are a lot of great moments in the game. I mean, the moment in episode... The opening moment in episode 1 where you fight the woodsman and he spears you out of the window and you destroy Toad's car. Oh, that was just great. The ending of episode 1 where you see Snow's head, when you think Ichabod Crane is the man behind all this at the end of episode 2. Episode 3 when you turn into Wolf and you see Bloody Mary and Tweedledee and Tweedledum are shotgunning you, and you just get in the shotgun and shows. I may seem like I'm talking gibberish, but that was such a cool moment at the end of episode 3, and you have the option to kill either one of the Tweedles. I won't call him Tweedledum because he would be dumb to mess with a big bad wolf. That was terrible. But anyway, you have him by his neck and he goes like, go on, do it, do it. And you had the option to let him go or kill him. And I chose to let him go. I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm not going to do this. I've already caused enough damage. But apparently if you did choose to kill him, you would rip his throat out. I was like, that would just be insane. And the end of episode 4, when you're in the Crooked Man's lair, and you see Georgie Porgy, and the Tweedles, and I don't know the dude's name, the dude who turns into this like weird creature thing, he's there. I think that's about it. I think that's it. And the Crooked Man with the weird eye, who I honestly think if they are going to make a Wolf Among Us film, which I don't think they should, Daniel Day-Lewis would be a great guy to play the Crooked Man. I could see it. Anyway, and then for me, honestly, I chose to light my cigarette. I don't know why, I just did. So, and the way that ended was just went, and then that's the end of the episode. And then the end of episode 5 was just, I chose to go after Narissa. I don't know why. I thought I would get more out of that if I did. I just went after Narissa. And it might have been that option that I chose, because I did in fact watch the way that someone picked just to let her go. And it did end in a cool little way. So yeah, I don't know. I'll be interested if they do a second season, but as I'm going to play through this game again. And now, the thing with the Crooked Man. The Witching Well. Here's what happened at first. I originally chose to just throw him down the Witching Well, because he did kill everyone, okay? He was the man behind all of this. But in the back of my mind, I was like, hey, what if Narissa is lying? And all this stuff. And what if Georgie Porgy was lying? I don't know. So I've just thrown down the Witching Well, which, I mean, he had a chance of living if that's the case. I wouldn't completely kill him, but I didn't want to just let him off and put him in the prison. I forgot. He was behind all of these deaths in Fabletown. He was the reason I just got screwed up throughout this entire game. And I was trying to be playing through a good guy throughout this entire game. So yeah, originally I did say throw him down the Witching Well. I said, right, here's what we're going to do. And then he freaking tried to Javier Bardem me from No Country for Old Men, tried to choke me out with his handcuffs. And then I had him hanging over the Witching Well, and he was like, go on, do it. And I was like, you know what, this just proves to me that you did try to... Because I didn't even say what I was going to do. I could have said, hey, we're going to just let him off and throw him in the prison. But he tried to kill me. So I thought, hey, you know what? This proves to me that you were definitely behind all these, and you are a scum to Fabletown. So I ripped his head off. Was it gruesome? Yes. I don't care. I've been playing good throughout this entire game. I'm the big bad wolf, for God's sake. And then after I ripped his head off and had his severed head and then let go of it and let him fall down the Witching Well, it popped up at the bing. It popped up at like the top left-hand corner, and it said, Fabletown is now afraid of the big bad wolf. And after that popped up, I was kind of thinking to myself, I feel kind of regret now a little bit. But then I started thinking to myself that, you know what, no, maybe this is how it's meant to be, you know. That it's meant to just be, you know, the big bad wolf is the big bad wolf. It's Big B Wolf, no matter what. It's kind of like Batman. Once Bruce Wayne became Batman, there was no turning back. He was going to be Batman, or like, he could be Bruce Wayne, but he was going to be Batman. Walter White in Breaking Bad. As soon as Walter White became Heisenberg, there was no turning back. That's just what life is going to be like for him. He's now forever going to be Heisenberg, this meth drug dealer. Big B is forever going to be the big bad wolf. He can try and escape that, but he's going to be the big bad wolf. But throughout this game, unlike The Walking Dead, which throughout The Walking Dead, I play the game as if I was in that situation. As if, you know, this is me making these decisions. But with The Wolf Among Us, I was seesawing. I was making sometimes I was making decisions as if I was a detective in Fabletown, as if I was making these decisions. And then sometimes I was making decisions if I was the big bad wolf. And a lot of the times I was making decisions like, look, what's for the good? What's the morally good? But then most of the times I was like, you know, what would the big bad wolf do? And that's why I ripped his head off. So guys, thanks for watching. If you've played the Wolf Among Us game, what do you think of it? Comment below, let me know. Links are down below for Twitter and Facebook and whatnot for all of us, all of the Heel Pictures crew. Until next time guys, I shall see you later, and see ya.